How did WWII rationing impact daily family life? Have you ever wondered how families managed their daily lives during World War II with so many restrictions? Rationing was a major part of life back then, and it changed how families operated at home. The government put these rationing systems in place to ensure that essential goods were available for the military and were production. This meant that everyday items like food, rubber, gasoline, and clothing were limited. Every person, including children, received ration books filled with stamps or points. These were necessary to buy rationed items. For instance, if a family wanted to buy a pound of sugar, they not only needed money but also a certain number of ration points. The point values for items changed frequently, so families had to stay updated through local rationing boards or newspapers. Commonly rationed foods included sugar, meat, dairy products, and canned goods. Families had to plan meals carefully to make the most of their ration points. This often meant using less meat and sugar, and finding creative ways to stretch what they had. For example, a family might have to make a stew with just a small amount of meat and lots of vegetables to fill everyone up. Non-food items were also rationed. Tires, gasoline, and rubber were critical for military vehicles and equipment. A national speed limit was introduced to save fuel, and families faced restrictions on how much they could drive. This meant less travel and more time spent at home. Local volunteer boards managed the rationing system, creating a sense of community. Neighbors shared tips on how to use their ration points wisely, and many families accepted these limitations as their way of contributing to the war effort. Daily routines changed significantly. Clothing repairs became common, as buying new clothes was often not an option. Families learned to reuse and repurpose items, making the most of what they had. Celebrations and gift-giving were more modest, as people had to be resourceful. Overall, WWII rationing shaped family life by limiting consumption and encouraging creativity. Families learned to work together and support each other during tough times. This experience was a key part of Homefront mobilization, showing how civilian life was directly affected by the needs of the war.